Hello everyone, this is Karen, and the title is not actually clickbait because Pretty Excellent is the name of these watercolors. You can check if you don't believe me. So I have found this 24 half-pan set on AliExpress for 13 euros including shipping, which is around $15 or so. There is also the 36 half-pan set, but I thought for my needs 24 colors would do just fine. These are made by this Shanghai Aowen art materials company, and I did try to look for some information on it, but nothing in English other than the fact that they are both manufacturers of their own art supplies, and they're both distributors in China for some Western brands of watercolors, so no other information available in English. This is how the outer box looks like, so the Pretty Excellent Parrot. Then you have something in Chinese, I have no idea what this says. And then you have here the colors you find inside with both Chinese name and the English name. And you also get something that for a cheaper palette is actually pretty damn great to have, which is the light fastness rating. You have it down here, and then you will have all the stars on the names. So they use 3 stars light fastness rating system. So 3 stars is like top light fastness, 2 stars is moderately light fast, and 1 star is fugitive. Now this set of 24 has 13 3 stars colors, so light fast colors, while 11 are moderately light fast. So all in all, this palette I would not consider using for display paintings or paintings you want to expose to light for a long period of time. So just for sketches and for like drawings you just want to scan and you don't care about what happens to the original. Let's open this up. And inside you get a pamphlet along with all the colors you can get, but it's written in Chinese, so let's just discard that. And this is the metal tin. It comes in this, they call it light blue, I don't agree, it looks aquamarine to me, but okay. And in pink, so 2 shades for the tin. I don't like pink, so I went with this one. You have the thumb ring, and pretty sturdy. So the actual palette, when you take it in your hands, is very light, but there is a reason for that, because what's inside is actually plastic. It's not a metal pen holder like you have on most of the other metal tins, so that's why this one is very light, which makes it awesome to bring around actually. So this is what's inside. So well, let's take this out of the way. This is the swatch card. It's actually very good paper. I am angry that I wasn't able to find it anywhere. So yeah, these are actually my swatches. These were not made by them. And you have, this is how the palette looks like. So oh, one of the pens wants to escape. You're not going to escape, sorry. So the lid is slightly droopy, but you have a complete border here, and you also have some bumps that divide the mixing area, so you can be sure that even if you have a very water mix, it's not like going to go into the other mixing areas or outside. That's a problem. Then what you have inside is the 2 rows of pans, a water brush, which honestly not that good, or at least I've had problems with the water flow for this one, in the sense that I struggle with getting water out of it, and then when it came out it just flooded everything. So maybe if it's your only brush, consider investing in something else. Either a water brush or a normal brush, whatever you want. You have the sponge, which I don't use because I prefer to use paper, or glass or whatever. The pens, the actual plastic half pens are very, very thin, and I was kind of surprised because I've never seen half pens with that kind of size, but it's fine, and in any case they're glued to this plastic organizer container. Some of the pens do fall out, you just need to put a little drop of water, put the pen back inside, and it's going to stick to the plastic. So same thing you would do for like any other set. I have my Cotman set, it always tries to escape. What you can do with this, oops, okay, there we go, I took this out, and you can potentially have your, I am not sure it holds 48 half pans, but the like the metal base for the 24 half pan sits inside just fine, and you you spare a thumb in space, so you could potentially add more pans. But yeah, my 48 half pan set is like shoved at the bottom of drawer, and no. Okay, so this is basically the presentation of the package, so let's go in for some coloring, and I will tell you what I think about the actual paints while I'm coloring something. Okay, let's go. So what do I think about these watercolors? I have only positive things to say and a couple of observations, so let's get to it. First, the colors are very intense, and this is something that I really, really like about my watercolors. In this particular case, though, I think that they have used some dyes instead of pigment to get the intensity they achieved. So the colors are very bright, but the light fastness is probably not the best, and it was confirmed by the rating on the back of the box. So it is not a disadvantage per se, at least I don't think so. You just need to know if you can trust these watercolors to stay strong to light, basically. So I think this set is perfect for sketching, for like experimenting, and just to have fun. Probably not that reliable for gifts. And this is the first thing. The second thing that I really, really like about these watercolors is the consistency. They're very creamy. For like a cheaper set, they're very, very creamy. And they reactivate like pretty instantly, so this is another thing that I like. They are a slightly bit chalky, but not all of the paints are, and the ones that are, it is like very, very fine, and you don't notice it like right away. So in this sense, compared to the Mungyo set, this one is definitely better. If I had to pick again between the two, I would definitely go for this one and just give the other away. And then another not negative thing, another observation is that these watercolors sometimes don't behave like watercolors, in the sense that when you have a watercolor, a wet watercolor, it usually dries lighter than the wet tint, basically. In this case, some of the watercolors do dry exactly like they are wet. So if you go in with a very intense color, the color is going to stay intense. The only problem is that not all colors are consistent in this. So for example, if you look at the bowl, the orange shade, the orange slice, dried a little bit lighter than the wet color. But the blue and the purple tones just stayed the way they were. So either you experiment a little bit with your palette and try to point out which one dry lighter and which one don't, or it's like trial and error. You're going to discover this sometime during painting. So, final thoughts on this palette. I would definitely buy this again because I'm having a lot of fun with it. It is, though, a not very trustworthy palette in the preservation sense, in the light fastness sense, and since it does cost $15, which is kind of close to other starter sets from like Western brands, it kind of depends on what you need. If you're just going to you want to practice with watercolor, you want very, very bright colors, and you don't care if your paintings gets ruined, you just want the fun and the practice, this set is perfect for you. You just need to change brush. But if instead you also want a more versatile palette for gifts, for giving out your work, then perhaps this is not a set for you. You should just spend those couple of bucks more and go for the more reliable sets. In my case, I do have my reliable sets, so I'm very, very happy to have this one to play with and not worry about wasting paint. I can just scoop all the pan up and just go in for the color. Okay, so this is the end of the review. I hope you liked it. Thank you for being with me, and until next time, bye!